Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. Let's do a grace card reading, y'all. It is Friday here at the Lair, so happy Venus Day. Let's see, it is the 16th of June 2023. Happy summertime to all of my friends in the Northern Hemisphere. Now I did pre-shuffle our grace card deck, so I'm going to cut it one time. Let's get right to it. I'm going to do 2 cards today. The first card is going to be that outward energy. It's going to give us a message from the grace cards, reflecting something that we can harness, an energy that we can harness to do a better job of communicating with our peeps in our world, okay? Because that's so important right now. It's very, very important. You know, maybe this message will enlighten us on how we can do a better job of disseminating information, slowing ourselves down, you know, being present and accounted for, so that we can actually deliver whatever it is that we need to in that experience with another human being. So let me pull our first card. I actually adore that little dog next door. Not so little dog next door, but every single time I come on, almost, it's like she just knows. she wants to get in on the action. All right. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. Okay, y'all, I do pre-readings, and I can't make it up because I'm not wired like that, but I swear to this just came out, so this is on purpose, and it was actually in this placement too. So rock and roll, illumination. And y'all, I'm sitting so far back because I'm going to edit this video later and get this light out of here, but I need this light, so you know. Okay, illumination. This is so perfect. Okay, believe in the power of grace. When we least expect it, a new door will open and the light of grace will illuminate our next step. Oh, we kind of can confuse that thing that humans have that's very important, which is an assessment program or assessment faculty that we have when we get in an energy, a close energy with another human being. I mean, that's just what we do. It's for survival, and it's important, okay? We do it in any situation with any other energy whatsoever. But a lot of times it morphs into a judgment, you know, a pre-call on another person based on old programming or other experiences with people who seem to vibe the same way, or input from other people, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so it's really important that we arrest the development of all that prejudgment energy. I swear, no matter what, unless you're feeling danger and your intuition is telling you to, okay, well, we're not talking about that. We're talking about people we know, people we come across that we may not know, just these normal interactive experiences that pop up for us in our universe, in our daily lives, in our 3D, okay? To arrest the development of all those judgment things that we've got going on, because we really, 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 it's so important that we learn to open up and allow the illumination of what it is that that exchange is supposed to give us, okay? And when we are in that mode, we are 100% capable and prepared to deliver what it is that other person has to, is going to be wanting to give, for us to give them. So there's always a purpose. There's always a purpose on their side, always a purpose on our side, even if we're not conscious about it. Okay, so there is always a very good reason that we come across any particular individual in our world. And you know, this card says when we least expect it. Well, truly, truly, truly. You know, I grew up, you know, part of my growing up was in the deep south. It's very Christian oriented. My family was, my mom's side was very Baptist people. And I always had this notion from all of that influence that you be nice to everybody. Well, first of all, that's become my character, or it always was my character. But for them, it was about, you never know what Jesus is going to look like. You never know what Jesus is going to personify as on earth. So you got to be nice to everybody, because it could be that dude carrying the blanket walking down the street. You know what I'm saying? But in practical terms for us as enlightened humans, as at least the humans that are trying to achieve enlightenment look. Arrested development of all that stuff that we try and build up in that armor that we tote, so that you can get what it is you need to get from another person, okay? And that's basically all it is, because every single person that comes in our path, it's for a reason, okay? Don't shoot the messenger, but it is, all right? They're there for a reason. There's something they're gifting you, and you know, when you least expect it, someone will surprise you. And what is on us is we can set the tone of that energy by what we do in our interior, the energy that we carry into a situation, into a communication. You know, if we're not muddying all of it up with these negative expectations, you'd be surprised at what people can give you, what you can garner in an experience. All right, hang on. I don't know why I've got a thing in my throat, because I haven't even been singing the last couple of weeks. But yeah, so do that for yourself, you know. Cut all that nonsense out. Get into that moment with that person. Allow them to be who they are, because whatever information that comes across is going to be important for you. Whether you know it now or not, you will be able to, you know, whether you're consciously picking up on why you need to know these things, they're going to show up again. They're going to show up later, okay? Trust me. Trust me. Okay. And the Strength card. Boy, I tell you what. I've done several readings in the last week, and the Strength card is really shining its crown here at the lair. All right, y'all. Now this next card, this is that softer, quieter, more private energy that we have. You know, this is going to address, maybe hopefully give us some inspiration on how we can more easily navigate some sort of something that we're going through. You know, it might be something we're trying to achieve. It might be, you know, stuff we're working on in our own sphere, in our own psyche, in our personality. It might be something we're trying to overcome. It might be something we're anticipating. You know, just whatever is calling your mind most from the inside. So let's see what the Grace cards have for us on that one. There we go. Groovy. Alright. Did I just date myself? How many people say groovy? I don't know, but groovy. Imagination, y'all. You got imagination. That's the only way you grew up. I'm talking to you. This card is amazing. And you know, when I saw something, I was watching some video, and I don't know why I'm digressing, and it won't take too long, but as a child, I'm an artist, and I was an artist from the beginning. As a child, I would draw these trees, and I thought it's so novel to have trees underneath. I don't know why. I just always thought, well, they're, you know, I don't know. And yeah, so you never know. Use your imagination. Life's difficulties are a call to consciousness. That's a creative opportunity right there. If you can think outside the box, how do you do that? Tap into your what? Imagination. A grace-inspired event that challenges us to reach beyond limited thinking. You know, we are boxed in mentally, emotionally. You know, we do that, and we accept that from society, from our families, from ourselves, because that's the streamlined, safe place to be, okay? But it's so important, because there's so much out there. In that outer realm, in that outer periphery, there's so much there for us. And I get it. I get why we get really dialed in, because to us that represents focus. And to us, focus represents being able to get things done, being able to execute things in our daily lives. Excuse me. But the truth is if we can learn to tap into that imagination that we've always had since we came, as adults we tend to, you know, pack that away. But as adults we need it more than ever, because as adults that's when we get all boxed in, when we get streamlined, because, you know, the Matrix wants us to perform. We've been placed in certain situations in the Matrix, excuse me again, to perform, all right? But there's more to life than that. There's more to life than that. And I get that we have to go do our duties and keep our lives running in this thing, in this machine. However, any kind of spiritual growth, any kind of real growth, any kind of purposeful manifestation that you're going to do in your world is going to require this. And once you employ your imagination and remember that things aren't always what they seem, and also that the things that you're summoning, they may look a little different than you're trying to make them, okay? We do need to project. We do need to think about what we want. We need to visualize how we want our lives to be. We have to feel that to get it, but we do have to have those visions. However, we also have to have a good imagination. We have to keep that imagination rolling so that we're not top-sided, so that we're not bowled over by things that spring up in our world that don't actually match those visualizations, because that's really what derails us as human beings, okay? Just know that even though you followed the recipe on that cake, they're all different. They all come out different. The coloring is going to be different. The textures are all going to be different. And no, baking is not, I know, sorry bakers, but baking is not an exact science. It's not always going to come out the same way. Okay, so even if you've put it together and you've visualized it in your head, you know, just remember that your imagination will set you free of all the disappointment that you could put yourself through when things spring up in a different form, or spring up at a different time, or spring up in a different person. Okay, so keep your imagination running so that you can capture the illumination of the things around you that Source is trying to drop in your way, so you feel comfortable, so you feel guided, so you don't feel like you're just wandering the earth with no purpose. Okay? All right, y'all. Well, hopefully I'll get out of this video without having to dose myself again. Thank you for being here. I'm so happy to be here, and I'm so appreciative of your time. And please hit that like button if you care to, because it really changes everything for this little teeny tiny thing that I am on YouTube. And if you are not subscribed, please consider subscribing. I'm trying to give you my best, and I'm actually giving you my best, and I will be able to very soon come on more often and keep the feed rolling a lot faster. So I'd appreciate that. And if you care to share the video, please do. And remember, if you are in the United States, or if it is a weekend for you, wherever you are, please, please, please care about yourself enough to care about the other person. Slow down a little bit. Just remember that everybody's got their la 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 energy on. You want to make it home in time for supper, okay? That's all it is. You just be kind. Be kind out there. You know, go a little bit slower, and everybody will be all right, okay? All right. Thank you so much again for being here. I'll see you soon.